What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of Backpacking Scrubs, here with the usual cast. Guys, introduce yourselves.
JunkyJunker here.
And it's Slayerboi.
PopThosePringles.
I'm Swamps.
Alright, so, this week, E3, who saw it? What'd you guys think? And, what'd you like?
Nothing.
Nothing. You didn't like anything.
Didn't like. No, I don't know, there's a load of things actually. I liked the PS Vita, Assassin's Creed. I'm not too sure about Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3, kind of compilation and stuff. I think that mostly stood out for me was probably the Assassin's Creed reveal trailer. I don't know, for some reason that was
good, yes.
That was my highlight of the E3. The PS Vita looked really good. Uncharted, is it Golden Abyss, that's coming out for that. That looks like a really good game on there. It's probably maybe one of the reasons why I will get it. But yeah, that's kind of really my main highlights. Modern Warfare 3, I don't know, copy and paste, really, is what I saw. That's all it was for me.
I think the highlight for me was Nintendo's funny controller.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that.
It's garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really know words for it, to be honest.
But, I think even what we were saying earlier is that Nintendo, I don't know if it's actually been officially stated that it's only one per console or something like that, or per person.
Yeah, it's one per console.
Yeah, so you only...
Isn't that the kind of way that most manufacturers go now anyway? But I can understand that they're saying it obviously because of what it is and having the touch screen on there, it's going to be quite expensive, so there's no reason for them to put more than one in there. But
No, but I mean, you could buy the other one, right?
Well, this is what we don't know.
I think... no, go on, Paul.
So what I read is that it's one controller per console. So if I'm not sure if you could get two controllers working on one console, but if that was the case, you'd actually have to buy another console.
Yeah, but you had to do that with the DualShocks or the...
Yeah, they only include one controller
You have
in
to
them.
do it with the Wii as well.
I think the thing is that...
Yeah, but you could buy them separately though, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You didn't have to go out and buy another Wii to get them.
Oh, no, I know that, but...
It may be a fact that they only sell them with the console, so you have to buy the console to buy them, so you may...
Well, I can't see how that's going to work.
So what if you have like somebody to come over and play or whatever, and... Because I mean, the whole thing behind the Wii is like a party system.
If they're saying it's only one per console, then like they wouldn't state it otherwise, would they?
Well,
if you
apparently
go about
one of the Nintendo spokesmen actually said that you won't be able to buy the controller alone.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't buy it separately. You can't buy it away from the console. You have to buy the console. This is otherwise it wouldn't be brought up if you could buy it separate from the console.
Doesn't make any sense.
I mean that makes no sense. I mean, unless there is like kind of backwards compatibility where it'll work with the Wii. But as far as we're kind of aware, the only backwards compatibility, the only part of it will be on the Wii 2 itself, where it will be able to do the Wii games and stuff. So I don't see why they're just saying that you'll only get one controller and that's it. Look after it the best you can. They'll give it to a 2-year-old. You know, that's just some stupid mentality.
The Wii controllers will work on the Wii.
Yeah, I mean they do work fine, but
Wii U.
I mean, who's going to want to have one of them crappy little fucking wands? You know, you ain't going to want to have one of them if somebody else has got that touchscreen thing. You ain't going to be like, do you want to play on the Wii? No, balls.
I reckon the issue is that it's not maybe that they don't want to maybe give people more than one, but it could be a production issue. I reckon they can only make so many at a time, and you will probably be able to buy a second one or whatever it is, but it would be, if you want to, it's up to the individual really, but...
You'd think they turn around and say that, well, you know, due to limited availability, there will only be like, you know, one per customer per console at launch date. Not, there'll only be one. That's it. Thank you very much.
It was kind of very direct and very like, they didn't really state, maybe they should state that, you know, until we can get the production line rolling on those Wii U 2 controllers, whatever they are. It's only one per console.
So I mean, how much can one of those things possibly cost too individually? Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The production reason, they could be really expensive. Is there anything? What with the current controllers are 20-30 quid? The ones that we have now.
It's kind of, if it's the current ones with the Motion Plus in and that, they're around £25, I think. You can pick some up cheaper and stuff, but you do have to kind of shop around for them, but.
And if you're talking things with screens, then you're talking at least 2-3 times the money at least.
Well, I reckon you're looking around £80 probably minimum. You know, that may be the minimum price.
Yeah, well, no, I was going to say between 60 and 80, but yeah, definitely.
So do you want to hear what my highlight of the E3 was?
Sure.
No, we don't want to hear anything from you, Swamps.
Sony, just Sony, literally owning E3. That was my highlight. The fact that in the first time in a few years that pretty much like Sony, my personal opinion that they dominated E3. Everything that they brought out and everything that they showed just literally blew. You know, nobody else really stood a chance in my eyes. Because, you know, they had a lot to deliver, with, you know, in light of recent problems that they've had with the PSN and stuff. And, you know, they set out from the beginning, they apologised, you know, said that they're just going to constantly work on security wise and, you know, with companies and stuff like, just to ensure, you know, their main emphasis on the PSN branding and stuff is like the people, the network and so on. And literally from when he mentioned that and when they moved on to the first thing, it's just like everything else that they brought out to, you know, to follow it and that, it just made Sony's position in E3 stronger and stronger, and they just literally, they ran the show at E3 from the onset, and that was my highlight, that Sony actually came out in front. That's it. That's all I got to say on that. What do you want?
Okay.
Do you want a big essay?
Before we actually talk about anything from Sony, maybe we should talk about Microsoft.
I think there's much to talk about.
Most of that was Kinect, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think their main issue, like their main big thing with Kinect was like Mass Effect 3. I think that was the big showcase.
I don't know. I thought it was the Fun Labs was the highlight. Kinect Fun Labs. I don't know exactly what it is. It's like I don't know, small little. I don't know. I see it when I saw it. It's like small little apps that you can use. You know, things like probably hackers would create for the Kinect on PC, but more for actually on the Xbox. So it's actually going to be something on the dashboard.
Right. So it'd just be like a little, kind of like a PSN mini type of thing.
Yeah, I think so. That's I would say something
games,
more like that.
Like cheap games that'll work.
Yeah.
Try to just put up a video so I'll do a bit of research. Keep going.
And then, sorry, go on, Slayer.
I was just saying, I have the Kinect, and to be honest, I'm not struck on it. I really ain't. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I've thought about buying for the kids, but I don't know.
It does feel like another Wii gimmick control thing with the whole motion and the whole. It's good because it's interactive. There's nothing bad about it, but for me personally, I'm not struck on it. I'm not like, oh my god, I got to play this every day. No, it's nothing. It is a change of game and how you play, obviously, but it's nothing. You know, you have to integrate it into every single game for it to be like made most effect out of it, and just for some games you can't. And I'm not really struck on it. It reminds me of the Wii. Like, it's a fun interactive game with a few people, but you're not really something I'd go out and play on my own.
Yeah, I think they've also improved the voice control now. Not something that I'd be keen on using.
None of that stuff really. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's groundbreaking, revolutionary, whatever, but it doesn't interest me as a gamer. Like, I don't see myself standing in front of a TV waving my arms to play a video game. That does nothing for me.
No, I prefer holding a controller myself.
I mean, I could see it, you know, in a party setting or with a bunch of friends, maybe 6 people, fucking around playing whatever, you know, a sport game or like a running game or whatever. But it just doesn't seem like, you know, a serious game. You wouldn't play something like that with. So you wouldn't play like a Modern Warfare 3 with a fucking wand or you know, none of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, you can't. There's some things about gaming you can't change, and I don't think you will be able to change either. So.
No, there is. There's a market for it. It obviously isn't us. There is parts of gaming that it will work. Like,
it is like, you're right, there is parts of the game that'll work, but just, you don't know.
I think for stuff like, teaching kids, stuff in games and what have you, then that's fine. Kind of like what the Wii does. There's like games on the Wii and stuff that, kids kind of learn from and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it can kind of help, like, with the way that kids are fat nowadays, or obese if it's the proper terminology for it, politically correct and that, but you see it on the Wii, there's like exercise games and stuff, you can see it has a use with that, and kids like to do stuff like that, but I just cannot see it for, really, really games that I enjoy playing.
Can you imagine playing Battlefield 3 in front of a screen, like moving around and shit, jumping around?
Well,
No.
I just can't see how it'd work. I really don't. I just don't see how
Could you imagine having running to the battle?
Well,
You die, you have to run all the way back.
who's had all the tanks?
The only way you could actually do, I think the only way you can actually get away with that is, what they have now, they have those gun kind of mimicking things, you can hold it like a gun or
Yeah,
like
the
a
Wii
gun.
has that, yeah.
Yeah, and like you could have buttons on the side or whatever, so you feel like you kind of have like a real gun in your hand or whatever, and do it that way. So for a run, you'd have to press a button or whatever. Kind of try and maybe integrate it that way, but
Why waste all your money on that? Just buy a controller.
exactly. So there's no really way around it. There's no way around it. So, but that's what I'm saying. If you were going to integrate it, for me personally, that's really the only way you're going to get around it. If you could actually feel like you're holding a gun to the screen, or be a plastic thing or whatever.
Or even then, it's still going to take a while to get used to doing that, because it'll be a different way that you'd normally, you play the game in the first place. So,
yeah. But other than that, what else did Microsoft bring out? But they done exclusives for, so let's say exclusives, but Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3, am I right?
goes.
Halo 4. Did they do a Halo 4 demo?
I don't know. I know they announced that they're doing a remastered version of a Halo game. I don't know which one. But yeah, it's going to have all new, old maps remastered, and all new, old multiplayer maps.
I was saying I've seen Halo 4 on the horizon, like around looking at sites, but no, I haven't seen what Swamps has been talking about.
Yeah, there was before the thing. There's going to be something called Halo Remake.
Yeah,
That was rumored
that was
before.
announced.
Yeah.
I know they did Ghost Recon, the Future
Soldier. That looks actually
Soldier.
good. Yeah.
Did you see the demo where they're interacting with the weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the
actually
trailer. I see any of
modified.
that. Oh.
That did look good. It looked a bit like what's that film, Minority Report?
Yeah.
Where Tom Cruise is moving things around.
where he's augmenting the screen and stuff like with his hands.
That did look pretty cool, but I don't think that doesn't really appeal to me.
I mean, for me, like with Ghost Recon, the side of the game that appeals to me is the single player. I don't know whether anybody played Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2. Because it's kind of like the same system where you're in a squad and you control the other people with you, and they'll, do suppressing and they'll attack and stuff. And that kind of works the same system in Future. Well, the Advanced Warfighter.
So like SOCOM 4 and stuff like that.
Yes, kind of, yeah.
Well, how does that work online though? Like, how would you?
Well, I don't think it's the same principle online. I think online it's like you just play individually.
Right.
But in the single player, it's like, you're based on your missions and stuff, where you work as a team, but with obviously the AI and so on. But yeah, I mean, the single player is what interests me about that game, not multiplayer. I mean, if the multiplayer turns out to be alright, then that's a bonus. But yeah.
That's not getting a release date until next year, am I right?
Well, it was supposed to be this year.
No, it's getting next year because the trailer has a release date 2012 sometime.
Yeah, I think it's next March.
I'm not worried about that, because then that's just, it's a game that I don't have to buy this year, on top of all the other ones where I have to already kind of find the funds for.
Yeah, there was too many out within the space of a month. That's the only problem. You'll chuck them all out just before Christmas, and you got about 10 games you got to buy.
All right. So speaking about that, what are you? Well, actually, let's go back to E3. So, what did you see that you're buying right now?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I pre-ordered 2 games for about a week ago. It was Assassin's Creed, because I was really impressed with that. I even seen the single player as well, and The graphics look a lot more polished, and I hope they don't do what other makers do, like they put more money into the graphics, not the game, and the gameplay and the storyline. But we'll have to wait and see for that. And I pre-ordered Battlefield 3. I didn't bother with Modern Warfare 3 actually. I don't know, just didn't.
I pre-ordered Battlefield 3, and Modern Warfare 3. I'd still get it, even if it's. Is it the Spec Ops mode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds really good. It's a big jump up from Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops.
Survival mode. Yeah.
Well, it's got its own sort of progressive ranking system now.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's what they mentioned.
I'm not sure you can have custom loadouts like perks and stuff. I'm not 100% sure on that, but.
And kill streaks too. There's apparently kill streaks there.
Yeah, that as well. So,
that's interesting.
That does sound good. But I'm actually looking forward to Far Cry 3.
Mm-hmm.
That did look absolutely amazing for me.
Junkie.
I get the thirds: Modern Warfare 3, Uncharted 3, and Battlefield 3. So. Those are the games I'm most looking forward to, and those will probably be the only purchases this entire year. Funds are a bit low.
Well, yeah, they are.
So what I'm gonna buy, Battlefield 3, right? I'm gonna buy. I don't know about Assassin's Creed. I mean, it did look good. I haven't played any of I didn't play anything in that series yet, so that's something I might consider buying, but I'm not sure. So definitely Battlefield 3, FIFA 12. And Modern Warfare 3, but it's not I'm not buying that release day. I'm giving that some time. But that's about it.
So midnight, the night of release is enough time.
Yeah, I think so, 12:30 around there.
Yeah, half hour after. That'll be fine. Plenty of time.
Yeah. What does everyone think of the single player trailer on Modern Warfare 3?
I could care less.
Yeah,
I care less.
Nobody wants to see that, do they?
No, I mean, not only does nobody want to see it, but because the whole aspect of Modern Warfare 3 is the multiplayer. I mean, in comparison to Battlefield 3, where it's a whole new engine, that's why single player is wow, that's impressive how they're destroying those buildings. Modern Warfare 3 is the same thing as Modern Warfare 2. It's the same single player, might be a different little storyline, but in the end, it's the same engine. Nothing's changing. The only thing we care about as people who play online is we care about what perks are in there, what kill streaks are in there. And that's it, really, and the maps.
Apparently, it's slightly changing, isn't it, if I'm right? The Modern Warfare, with the multiplayer engine. It's meant to be changing.
Yeah, they say that there's some destruction.
Yeah.
It's got input from that other studio, isn't it? Sledgehammer, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's it's not actually called Infinity Ward engine anymore. I think it's just called Modern Warfare 3 engine because of them helping them with that.
Oh, I thought it was Ravensoft and Infinity Ward doing the multiplayer.
No, it's Sledgehammer. Oh, isn't it Sledgehammer?
Sledgehammer is meant to be doing the single player with Infinity. Well, single player as far as I know. I could be wrong, but I thought it was. I know Ravensoft is doing the multiplayer.
Sure, because it's only normally the only people that names that I saw on the covers for Modern Warfare 3 is Infinity Ward, Activision, and Sledgehammer. So I presume. Unless Ravensoft had got a big hand in it, then I'd presume that it was Sledgehammer that were on the multiplayer as well.
Yeah,
I think usually they do the environments. Ravensoft, they'll do
that's what I'm saying.
Maps and stuff. Yeah, they'll make the maps, but they won't do any of the coding really. They just make the maps.
Maybe
that's not the tough stuff.
I don't know. Then I have to double check on that one. But I thought Ravensoft had a bigger hand than what they just mapped. Because I know they have done maps for Infinity Ward before and stuff like that. But I thought they had a bigger hand in it this time.
I'm just reading here actually. So this is what 402 said. He says, no, this runs on the Modern Warfare 3 engine, which is, typically be named IW5, but out of the respect of our co-development partners at Sledgehammer Games. No mention of Raven.
But they don't mention what they're doing with the engine, though. Does he mention that there's destruction in the game?
No, I don't see anything. I mean, he did post he's posted on Reddit.
Yeah.
Reddit,
yeah. I never saw anything about that.
But no, go on.
I mean, the only thing they consistently went back to was Call of Duty 4.
Mm.
Yeah,
in terms of game style.
In terms of gameplay, yeah. The only way you're going to get that gameplay back is by taking what Modern Warfare 2 is. Like, overpowered kill streaks, chopper gunners, AC-130s, and literally just go back to basic kill streaks and stuff like that.
I think it's more than that. I think it's the maps, too, the size of those maps. Yeah. Like, you can't have a large map with two to three level story buildings and expect the same type of gameplay as you got in Call of Duty 4.
No.
But I think they made the maps in respect of kill streaks though as well. You know, you got to kind of have to build them with or around kill streaks as well as just building them as it is. You know, with the kill streaks out in COD 4, it's respectively easy or easier because the kill streaks are basic.
Well, to be honest, I mean, you don't really rely on much in the way of kill streaks, though, in COD 4, though, do you? Because, you know, if people are riding out in a building, your choppers are not exactly going to get loads of kills or your airstrike. So the main emphasis is your UAV and your gun. I mean, and your own ability to get your kills. So
having basic kill streaks, you know, and choppers doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered about not sitting in a chopper gunner or anything, you know, that's above the ground. I'll be more than happy just go around with a gun all game, airstrikes and UAVs and little chitty choppers. More than fine by me. Chitty chopper. It's fine by me. I don't know what everyone else thinks because kill streaks don't bother me. They do and they don't. I mean, as long as there's some basic kill streaks in there, then that's fine. But
the reality is for me is that I'm not the type of player to get like a 25 kill streak anyway, so I prefer like a low kill streak.
Yeah. It's just it's more skill out of the player without kill streaks. It's all based on how the player plays rather than about them getting kill streaks. So, don't know. JJ? I mean,
what?
What?
What do you want?
I don't get kill streaks.
No, but would it bother you too much if you didn't have, like, say, your AC-130s and your chopper gunners?
As far as it depends what the kill streaks are. Like I've said before, like I like the SR-71. Like I like certain kill streaks from Black Ops. I like certain kill streaks from Modern Warfare 2. But I want something new. Like I don't want to play COD 4 again. As much as I loved COD 4 and like how it played, I don't want to play COD 4 again. Like I'll play it if I want to play it, I'll go back and play that game. But I mean, I do want something new. Like I don't want to just deal with the same stuff that I dealt with in COD 4. It's an old game and they need to make something new.
But do you expect Modern Warfare 3 to be different than any other in the series? I mean, I don't expect anything revolutionary from them. I expect the same fucking game with new perks.
I expect the same type of game, but I don't expect it to be like I expect the same type of gameplay, but I don't want the exact same game. Like I don't want like new maps on COD 4. Everybody said carbon copy like COD 4 and you'll have a great game. I don't want that. I mean, I want the same gameplay, but I don't want that.
Oh, no. I mean, I think I agree with you on that, yeah.
No, I think it's just not more about maybe going back to COD 4, but bringing it back to COD 4 and just basic gameplay, just basic game and just style of play. Nowhere near. I mean, I want something new as well. I don't want to go back to COD 4. I've played that more than enough. But yeah, just simple gun gameplay. Just it's like actually Medal of Honor. Just simple kill streaks, gun gameplay. Something simple, but it's effective. I enjoyed time Medal of Honor while I was on there. It was simple gameplay, and that was it.
Yeah, COD has already gone from simple gameplay to what it is right now. Do you think the majority of people will want to play a simple game whenever they've had all these kill streaks and everything going like that? I mean, that's how you got to look at it, because you got to look at it from Infinity Ward or Activision, whoever else's side. You got to be like, okay, well, we got to make a game that will make everyone happy
and make a lot of money.
Well, that was their building block to build on from it, to build overpowered kill streaks and nukes and stuff like that. That was their build. That was their stepping stone. So maybe if they do go back to basic gameplay or whatever, how you want to put it, they're taking a step back. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what they bring to the table, really.
I mean,
no.
I don't think any of the kill streaks were that overpowered anyway. Like, to be honest, nothing. Like, everybody says, like, oh, Chopper Gunner was overpowered. Oh, this was overpowered. No, you had Cold Blooded. You had Stingers. It's just that nobody wanted to be that person. Because everybody wanted to get those kill streaks. Nobody wanted to be the person that threw on a Cold-Blooded class, ran around with a Stinger, and shot down everybody else's kill streaks.
I always had one in my class. I always had a Stinger and Cold-Blooded class, always.
Yeah.
Yeah, but kind of though, if you were, say, like on a streak, and you were maybe 1-2 kills away, you wouldn't want to be the person who took a death just to go and pull your Stinger out and kind of like lose your kill streak. I know I wouldn't have done it most of the time, but
depended on
what position, where you what your position was in the game. If you weren't on a kill streak, then it didn't really matter. You could take a death and then, pull the Stinger on and take out the air support. But
I mean, I can understand sort of like camping for a good kill streak, like a Blackbird, because you're trying to even out gameplay. You're trying to even up the odds for your team. And so I can understand that aspect if they don't want to die and just to take out the chopper. Yeah, I can agree with that. But if I die by the chopper, I'll always change. I always prepare myself to change to my Ghost Pro class or Cold Blooded class just to take down the air support.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, yeah, I can understand people just going, do you know what? I got one more for a Blackbird. I don't want to go get myself killed just to take out a chopper. No, you don't want to do that because it doesn't make sense.
You're not going to have 6 people on a team that are 1 away from a Blackbird.
No, we were just talking about like,
you have 6 people 1 away from a Blackbird, that other team doesn't have any kill streaks up.
Yeah, but it's all down to preference, what people want in their setups, and
that's what I'm saying. The people that complain about things being overpowered are the ones that don't want to put a class on that will shoot stuff down. Like, I literally have classes named Shoot Shit Down. And that's all I do is whenever they get a kill streak in the air, I'll switch to a Ghost class or a Cold-Blooded class and shoot it down, switch back. I mean, it takes 2 seconds. Okay, yeah, your KDR goes down because you kill yourself. Who cares? Would you rather them have a Chopper Gunner up for a minute or 35 seconds or whatever it is that it goes up and you can get like 10 deaths, or would you rather just shoot it down?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I don't know. We don't really. I'd say that when, like, say, if me, Swamps, and Pop and JJ are all playing blocks, we don't really get much kill streaks against us anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, the most is probably a UAV. I don't really find a lot of kill streaks going against us. Well, because we're rolling the party and we're a good party when we roll together. But yeah, you're right. You are right. It's just getting yourself killed or kill yourself and shoot it down. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that, really.
And that's another thing that you mentioned. Like, we roll in a party. Okay, so if you're playing with randoms, no random wants to just kill himself so he can help his random teammates out. Nobody does that. Unless you're one of those people, like, I mean, I do it sometimes. I won't say every time, but either that or I'll just PS quit. But, there's gotta be somebody that's, not 100% selfish and will, take a death or whatever and then shoot stuff down. But,
I don't know. Has anyone else come across that person that if we're not in the party?
No.
No.
It's always the way that they always shoot you down, but no one on your team ever shoots them down.
Yeah.
Do you find that? You'll get a chopper gunner and it'll be down within 2 seconds. That's why I don't run any chopper gunners or anything anymore. I just go with dogs because it's just you have to physically shoot them to think, and then they end up giving away their position. So
Not if they have a silencer like you do in the corner with your claymore.
Pretty much. That's my boss. That's my boss class. That's what I do in the corner.
Ghost Pro.
That's right. Giddy suit.
Giddy Pro.
Okay, so any last Modern Warfare 3 thoughts?
Don't fuck up.
Just I'm already disappointed. So anything you do from now can only make it better.
The problem is there isn't much to say. Because it's just Modern Warfare 2. That's all we saw. Just a new game.
What do people think about the dual optics?
I don't really.
So explain that to me. That's two scopes.
Two shows, yeah.
Yeah. So what
like
that's
red
stupid.
dot and an ACOG or
I
whatever.
think that's stupid.
Yeah. And you could like the ACOG could be like flipped, so you don't have to have it on all the time. So you could turn I don't know, it's flipped to the right, and then you put it on.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
No, I think that's. I don't see the point for that. Well, why? What's the
same
benefit?
thing as bling. It's the same thing as bling. It's like, why? Why do you really need two attachments?
Yeah.
Are you really that bad with your iron sights?
Yeah, I don't need anything more than two attachments.
Yeah, I mean, people get Warlord Pro. You get Warlord Pro in blocks, and some people
Well,
silencer and stuff. So
full disclosure, I got Warlord Pro yesterday. So I mean, I do use two attachments on the guns, but I don't see the point to have like two,
two
shooting
like
things.
sights.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Warlord Pro actually can be worthwhile in Black Ops because you get extra ammo if you use a dual mag. So if I can get extra ammo and use a silencer, even though I never do, I mean that makes sense.
Oh, so what I was using was like a red dot, and I was using a what was the other one? The faster reload. What was that thing called?
Sleight of hand?
No.
You mean the
that'd be
dual
dual
mag?
mags.
Oh,
Dual
mags.
mags. Yeah, that's it.
I'm thinking perks.
Yeah, but dual mags is the best attachment for me. I just chuck that on every gun. Dual mags, you get more bullets, and you don't really have to roll scavenger with it either. I don't.
Unless you're running like a MP5K with rapid fire, then you might need scavenger.
Alright, each bullets that does. You have to run scavenger with that. Have to. I do. I've run out of bullets too quickly. But other than that, that's really the end of that. Really.
Okay. Anyone see Ruin? An action RPG
I think was that on the Vita.
on the Vita.
I saw bits of it. I mean, because I was watching the live feed. I think Visual was tweeting, and then he kind of stopped. And I got to the point. I think it was 2:30 or after 2:00, and I was like nodding off. I watched little bits, and then I didn't really catch all of it, and it kind of looked good what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, it did look good, and one of the, I think, selling points for this is that you could be playing on the Vita, save to the cloud, and then pick up where you left off on the PS3.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I assume this. I don't know how that worked. Would you have would there be a separate PS3 game for it, or would there? I'm guessing it'd be downloadable game that you can.
Well, yeah,
because
this is the thing. Isn't that one of the things with the Vita that I'm pretty sure I read? It's like a dual format that'll be games will be available either on the disc or as a digital download.
Yeah.
So I guess if it's a digital download, then you just download it once for the PS3, and then it'll just copy over onto the Vita.
Yeah.
I'm presuming that's how it'd work. I don't know.
Yeah.
You'd probably be able to do that. I don't know. Maybe that remote play that you can do with the PSP as well. Maybe. Yeah, that way. Maybe a bit more interactive than what the PSP is, but yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Is anybody here getting the Vita?
Yeah, more than likely.
I mean,
I don't know. It depends on what games are going to come. I know with the announced some, but Little Big Planet, Mod Nation Races, it doesn't really appeal to me. Uncharted, Golden Abyss, yeah, I'd get that, but I wouldn't buy Vita just to get that. I think Uncharted and Ruin are the only games that interest me. But I mean, they said that there's over 80 games or 80 titles in development.
And I think one of them's actually, if I rightly remember reading, one of them's Call of Duty title.
That's cool.
If I rightly remember reading on GameSpot, one of the...
Junkie, you getting it?
Yep, I'm getting it, yeah.
No.
Well, that was a message for JJ. JJ, are you going to be getting the PS Vita?
Fuck no.
Maybe
I'll never buy a handheld. I had a Game Boy. That was the last one I'll ever buy. I have no use for them. I'm driving a car by myself, so it's not like I'm gonna ever use it in a car.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't have like anywhere like planes. I have a laptop, and I have a cell phone. So for me, mobile gaming doesn't go any further than solitaire on my laptop and Ninja on my cell phone. That's it.
Angry Birds? No.
I have Angry Birds, but that gets annoying and freezes my phone.
So I'm the same mind as JJ. I don't see myself buying it. I think it's cool, something new, nice advance in technology in terms of you can, like what Pop just said, you can sync it to the cloud and then play the game on the PS3. But it's just not something for me. I don't have any use for mobile gaming.
I'm getting it.
Yeah, I'll get it. I know I will. I'll
The end.
get it.
I probably will get it, but it won't be as soon as it comes out, I think.
I mean, there's games, there's God of War games coming to it, Street Fighter. I mean, Capcom are doing a game like a version of Street Fighter apparently exclusively for the Vita. There is, I can't actually remember all the ones that I did see, but there are some exciting games coming to the Vita, and games that I do want to play. So for me, I mean, I'll get it. If I've got to go and spend like 5 hours sitting in the hospital waiting for 3 tests, then I'm going to do playing some games and not being bored like I normally do.
I think for me, it'd be like a nice break from just do some different gaming on a different console. Like I haven't done much gaming lately, so I'd just play something else in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, the way I kind of look at it is if I don't fancy turning my PS3 on, but I want to play a game, then if I've got that, then I'll just pick that up and play a game on that.
Yeah.
If I don't fancy
If I ever have that problem, I'll call my girlfriend.
Yeah, but...
No, but it's like... It's
girlfriends normally involve spending money. So...
Nah.
And then you have to talk to her. And then...
See, the thing for me is like, if I... So like, when does this come out?
Towards the end of the year.
Alright, so the same time period, basically, that Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops, and
maybe
Battlefield,
just before
right?
Christmas. Yeah, around like November, middle of November, maybe December.
Holiday season.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
no,
So at that time period, I'm not buying a handheld because I should be happy with Battlefield 3, and well, Black Ops is, not Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3 should be, I don't know.
Dude, you were stuck on Black Ops. You must have had a great time yesterday.
It was fun. It wasn't that bad. Can't complain that much about it. But so that's why I don't see myself buying it. Cause like what you just said, if I want to play a game, I have recent games I can play on the PS3. But that's just me. If like what you said, if you're in the hospital or whatever, that's different.
It's just like I say. I mean, if I don't feel like turning the PS3 on to play games online, then I'll just put that on.
Say between now and say like Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3 all come out, this is a drought period where not a lot of game comes out. There's not a lot of games to come out.
There are games coming out though. That's
Rage,
Dead
that?
Island,
Twisted Metal.
There are quite a few games that are coming out. Like,
yeah, but you're going on popularity though. Like, you think about the popularity between
what's Rage?
Exactly, what's Rage? It's just right there. People are just gonna go, what's Rage? And I've seen all the stuff on the internet. It looks great, but people are gonna go, yeah, Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 3. It's all stacked at the end of the year.
yeah, well, I mean that's the thing. I mean, you can only play Block so much from now until when Modern Warfare 3 comes out or Battlefield 3 comes out. Battlefield 3 like first. So there's only so much of online gaming you're going to be able to do with Blocks because you ain't going to want to play it forever.
No, that's why I wouldn't like
now we're at Prestige 15 and we rarely play it.
Bored.
It just gets boring.
Boring, yeah.
So I mean, there are other games coming out. But
So you got to do what I did. You don't play it until now.
The only thing I'm actually going to do on Blocks now is I think finish off my gold guns. I haven't got many left. I've probably got about 4 or 5 left, and just that'll be my stepping stone, and that'll be it. And I've got all of them. I don't really see me playing it much past that because I'm not really interested in it at the moment.
Yeah, I think for me, unless I jump in the competition playlist, multiplayer is done for me. The only time I'll jump on is to play zombies with people.
Zombies.
Yeah.
And I'll play if you keep picking me up.
Yeah,
Is that cool?
I don't mind. Yeah,
Nice.
I don't mind reviving you.
That's a date. I still got to download them, actually. I haven't downloaded them.
Yeah, I got them on the Friday, and I think I got a few games in with Hatred, some zombies, but obviously he's limited for time now, so I'll have to try again.
By limited for time, you mean whipped?
Yes.
Just checking.
So,
I mean, it happened yesterday when we were playing. He was like, guys, I got like one more game. Then, like, apparently near the end of that game, somebody called his name. He's like, okay, gotta go.
Yeah. Gotta go. Gotta keep the peace.
Yeah.
I'm whipped. Sorry, Hatred, but it's true.
That section was just especially for Hatred. That's nice. I like it.
So, yeah.
Apart from the whole Call of Duty series, Battlefield, did anyone see they done another video, didn't they? Apart from the multiplayer one.
From Tank Run.
Yeah.
Yeah, first time I saw that, so this is the one who's just in a tank, innit? You know, I was bored. I'll be honest, I was bored the first time I saw that. But then I went back and watched it again, and you kind of don't watch it for the actual gameplay, watch it for what's actually going on, like the visuals, the audio and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that, definitely.
I mean, I just watched it and I was like, I had to stop 5 minutes into the video and just bring it all the way back to the beginning again just to watch it from the start, because it just blew my mind.
Yeah, I like the sound effects and that, you know, the tank sound and, you know, the whole thing, like you said, Pop, the whole audio, video.
Yeah, Physio. But yeah.
The whole lot, yeah, I was really impressed. It's just a shame that the multiplayer trailer was kind of bits here, bits there.
Yeah. War tapes mode on again for audio. That's just awesome. It's a little mode that not many people know about as well on the Bad Company side.
Oh, I didn't know about that until you told me about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you go into, Aaron, Slayer, if you go into, like, when you just play Bad Company 2, go into your audio settings, change it from headphones or wherever it is, or whatever the mode is, and look for war tapes, and switch it onto that, and then listen to it through your headset. It'll actually blow your mind how the sound is. It just increases it by 10 times.
Have you done the same for blocks as well?
I tried it on block. I don't see much in the way of difference on the blocks, but it is a noticeable difference on Bad Company.
I'll give that a try next time, definitely.
It really will.
To do what? Go into sound settings of what? The game or PS3?
Yeah, on the actual game, on Bad Company, there's on the audio settings, it says it's called war tapes, and it just increases the depth of the sound and the explosions. It just changes the way that you play, you know, that you listen to the game. Just increases it for the better. And a lot of people don't know about the mode. It just changes the sound.
Right. But and what Slayer asked about blops, how do you change? What do you change in blops?
There's an audio on blops, isn't there, for it as well.
Okay.
Something similar, but I don't really know.
The only thing I noticed, it gave it more bass. Was it?
Yeah.
More bass. There's there's an option in the settings. You can set it to your headphones. It detects the headphones if you got them plugged in, and there is a bit of a difference. You'll find that it was a bit more, has a bit more bass to it. Let's say that's about it really. Nothing eccentric.
Any other thoughts?
HD TV.
Okay, so this one
3D one. 3D TV.
3D.
So when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this doesn't make a big deal for me. But then when they did the well, it's not that it doesn't make a big deal. It's just something I still don't think I'm going to buy it. But what does interest me is the fact that if you're playing split screen with somebody and you're using the goggles, there's no split screen on the TV. You're getting your full screen all through the goggles.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's a really, really clever feature.
And the thing is, like, was it the price for it as well? I mean, it's not a massive screen, was it? Was it 24-inch?
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's good. It's definitely good enough.
Well, considering you get a pair of, like, I think it's the active shutter glasses with it as well, and a HDMI cable.
And Resistance 3.
Yeah, you get Resistance 3 bundled in for the same price. And they, because I think the American retail price is $500. And they kind of like put the value of the glasses, the cable, Resistance 3 at $150. So effectively it's $350 for the TV. But as far as I'm aware, it'll only be sold as that bundle. I'm guessing that's initially just a kind of, obviously it's that's your release date for the TV when Resistance 3 comes out.
I mean, even as a bundle, I mean,
as a bundle,
it'd be worth buying.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you take into consideration that, I mean, you don't have to buy the 3D glasses because it'll still play games fine. I mean, it's a Sony branded TV, so picture-wise it's going to be well, and sound-wise it should be well as well. So, yeah, I mean, it looks a really nice TV as well. Ideal for some people with, limited room and stuff, so. Yeah, I mean, I still hear of people that still play games on a CRT, an old, really rubbish old TV and stuff. And yeah, it may be like, that they don't want a big TV, they want something that's HD and it's small, and they can still, they've got room for it. And then, yeah, I'm kind of impressed by the TV. Don't want it though, but I do. I do want it.
You do want it, don't you?
I'm not a fanboy. I just think it's a really nice looking TV.
No, I think you're right. I think for like the money and what you get with it and what they showed at E3, I was really impressed.
It just kind of goes to show that they're committed to the.
Yeah. They really did think about, like at E3, they did really think about their consumers, and they did make a really good emphasis that they wanted to thank their consumers, that the company solely, which is true, this company solely runs on the consumers. That's what it runs on, and, obviously same with Microsoft and Nintendo and stuff like that, but they did really make a kind of emphasis on, the customers, because obviously what's happening with the outage and that, but, yeah.
JJ, what you thought about the TV?
I didn't really see anything on it, to be honest. Okay. I really don't have a comment.
Well, go look, JJ.
What you guys are saying, like, if you get split screen, you could see, like, the whole screen, I guess, with your glasses, goggles, or whatever, rather than just half the screen. That would be pretty sweet. I can't stand, like, I remember going back to, like, GoldenEye days, and, like, Mario Kart and stuff. Like, I would always get confused what screen I was on.
The good old days.
And for me, I could never, even though I'm playing on a much bigger TV than I was back then, I could never share half my TV and play split screen. I just couldn't do it.
I don't do it anyway. Fuck them.
I don't know.
You want to play PS3 when you're around my house? Go and buy a PS3 and bring it round my house. And a TV.
Well, I have two PS3s. I have two PS3s and two TVs. I only have one internet connection.
Yeah. Not sharing that.
Let's take a play single player.
1, 2, 3. I have 3 PlayStations.
Well, you're greedy.
Actually, no. Well, one of them's technically broke, but
technically broke.
Well,
doesn't that mean it's just broke?
No, it works, but there's like an issue. It's my brother's one, but there's an issue with it, and basically, if you plug, apparently this is a known problem. If you plug the Turtle Beaches, I think it's the PX21s, I think, with a camera, the camera fuzzes out, goes static.
Strange.
If you have them separate, it's fine. We sent it off previously, and they said, yeah, it's fixed. We got it back, and it still wasn't fixed for some reason. It wasn't fixed at all. That's the issue.
Why do you have a camera?
On the TV.
What do you need a camera for?
Because I'm boss. I have everything. No,
you guys having late night chats with each other?
Well, any other topic, guys? What do you guys want to discuss?
Do you know what, actually? I actually don't know. I think we've covered it. Actually, do you know what? We haven't really spoken much about Uncharted 3 or Assassin's Creed, actually.
Well, I wouldn't really, we didn't really see much of Assassin's Creed. We saw a lot of Uncharted 3. We did see, because Resistance 3 followed Uncharted 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody else's thoughts, but I actually wasn't impressed with Resistance 3 at all.
Me neither.
Nope.
It was, I looked at it and it was like, alright, and it looks a bit, maybe I'll get it a few months after it's been out, but it's not a game that I want to get.
That was exactly my same sentiment with Resistance 3. I really was not impressed. Like,
it just, the single player that you saw, It just, I mean, fair enough, some of the, the new weapons that he was cycling through, well, they're not exactly new, you could see the org and the bullseye and that, and it was just like, so they made them look a little bit newer, even though, I couldn't quite grasp how the story's gone now. And it really didn't excite me at all.
It'd only be a game. It looked, by the looks of it, I'd play just to pass time.
Yeah.
Just to go, there's nothing else to play. I might as well just buy Resistance 3 because...
Yeah, but even then, I don't think I'd want to go out my way and get it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy it on release. I'll probably get it when it's cheaper and stuff like that, maybe. But, yeah, you're right. I don't find it interesting at all.
I mean, that's like I say. I mean, it kind of followed... I mean, it followed Uncharted 3, on the stage, and it was just like,
yeah, the pedestal was set so high,
Well, I mean, no, I think it could have followed like something else, and it still looked blah.
Not only that, but I remember the presentation. The guys talking were fucking boring as hell.
He was like, and he was a bit weird. I didn't exactly think he was the best kind of person to explain.
No, it was very short and sweet as well. It wasn't like, there wasn't much.
I mean, for a game that's coming out in a few months, I'd have expected a lot more from it. But no, I was just totally disappointed in it. It was a bit of blah. And I don't know, do you want to talk about Uncharted 3?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, what can you say? Well.
It's kind of
it was just wow.
Yeah, it was,
and where it started like that mission, like where you saw it and he was on a boat and you thought, alright. And then as he starts moving down the boat and you see the scenery,
the water,
like the water, it just blows your mind.
Yeah, graphically
it really does. I mean, it's that has got to be game of the year.
Yeah,
that has on its own. Without, I mean, you're still going to get the stupid fanboy retards voting Modern Warfare 3.
Fanboy what?
Fanboy retards that will vote Modern Warfare 3. Sorry if any of you are listening.
I was going to say, hatred's listening right now.
Well, I mean, I know JJ, you'll be listening to this again, so sorry, JJ.
The people who just troll Modern Warfare.
Yeah, but it's just like, I mean, you can think that Modern Warfare 3 will end up, but realistically for the PS3, that's definitely got to be the game of the year.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, if there's any game I'm going to get collector's edition or the hard edition, it will be Uncharted 3. I'm waiting for it.
Uncharted 3, Battlefield 3, I have no problems with handing over my cash for them. Really don't.
Single player look awesome on both of them. Graphically,
I'll sell people tickets for it if I have to. Those two games are just like,
But actually, Game of the Year at E3, wasn't it, or the Game of the whatever the show was, Battlefield 3, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I think it won the actual award.
Yeah. I think what it is that they brought, the most to the table in terms of they've done this whole new engine, the graphics look awesome, the gameplay looks awesome. It looks like there's so much time and money spent on this game, and I just hope it's not a Modern Warfare 2 thing, so much hype, so much, this game's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it's just a big letdown. I really hope it isn't, because it'd be nice to have a change from the Modern Warfare series, a great first-person shooter, to have something go, do you know what, I'm going to play some Battlefield 3 instead of I'm going to play some Call of Duty. To have that change, that transition from one first-person shooter to another. Because I think it is, it is definitely time for someone else to take the pedestal now.
No.
Someone needs to.
Don't say it.
No, I think it's I'm going to say it because I think it's right. I think someone else needs to take it off, Activision now. And then Activision maybe realise what they've done or haven't done,
Pop, your thoughts on Uncharted 3?
It just comes down to the visuals all the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's all I can think about is how good it looks.
I mean, you take it we played Uncharted and Uncharted 2. We know how it plays. It always plays well, single player, co-op. Multiplayer, that's just personal preference, whether you want to play it or not. But, you know, you just, I mean, you look at the graphics of Uncharted 3, and you just know that you're in for a treat.
They've updated the engine on it as far as I know as well, like the hand-to-hand combat system and stuff like that.
Yeah, apparently that's changed, and they've made it a lot more, they've done a lot of tweaks to it, so it's a lot more responsive, and there's a few more things thrown in, so, but yeah, I mean,
hopes.
It's going to be an epic game.
That's going to be my game of the year. If there's any game I do get this year, it'll be definitely Uncharted 3. Definitely.
Definitely?
Literally.
If I only had money to buy one game, it'd be Uncharted 3.
Modern Warfare 3.
No, I think for me it'd be Battlefield 3. Actually, no, FIFA 12. That's it. If I had one game to buy.
If I had one game, yeah.
Battlefield 3 for me.
Money to buy one game? Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard, isn't it?
Nah, I'll just go and sell kids, like I said. I'll buy them all. I'm greedy.
Yeah, but that's my personal preference. Uncharted 3. Definitely. Great.
I think I'd get Battlefield 3. Because you know, at least I'll have like something that'll keep me on multiplayer and single player, so. Yeah. But I'd still buy both of them. So if anybody's got any kids out there that I want getting rid of, drop us a message.
Yeah, nice.
Buy them nice and cheap, you know.
That's it.
Buy low, sell high. Gotta make some profit.
If you think about it now, what's everyone's take on multiplayer now? Like, my look upon it, multiplayer just in general has changed a lot now. I really enjoyed it from COD 4, but it's kind of, meh, that sort of feeling now. It's like, multiplayer.
I mean, it's interesting when you play with a bunch of people, but like when you play by yourself, it's just boring.
Yeah.
There's nothing, doesn't interest me at all anyway. If you're in a full party, you know, people talk a lot of stuff, and it just makes it entertaining. Even if the game is pretty bad, like, you know, I'm not a fan of Black Ops, but it was fun yesterday playing with these guys and in a ground war party, everybody talking.
Yeah, and VisualFace doesn't put his mic on.
No, you know what it was, man? Like, I was doing a live commentary.
We're doing this earlier.
Yeah, so I was listening to everything you guys were saying. You guys couldn't hear me because I was doing a live commentary on it. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So that's why. You know, so I remember the part you calling me a noob when I put my motion sensor down. I remember all that.
yeah, that was true. I did.
Talk about actually Black Ops. I think VisualFace sent me a link earlier to Xbox Ahoy's alternative channel, and he was talking about the content he's been doing for Call of Duty Elite.
Yeah,
has anyone seen that?
Yeah, I've saw that.
It's basically, for those who haven't seen it, it was you know the gun things that he does. Yeah, he's basically doing that for the Call of Duty Elite series.
He didn't really say what he was doing for the Call of Duty.
Oh, well, you mean he's actually employed?
Yeah,
he's
contract.
Kind of like freelance work. He's been recording sound, commentary or video. He didn't actually let on too much about what it was that he actually did for him.
No.
He wasn't specific, but he did say that he's going to be doing very similar to what he was doing before with his own channel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was doing a video selection thing, and that was quite interesting. But he said he wasn't too sure whether his involvement would be paid or unpaid because he actually doesn't know that himself.
I mean, he's getting paid, but he doesn't know if the content.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The content. Yeah, if we're paying for his content separately, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't know whether his content was either, you know, you'd have to pay for it or it wasn't. He doesn't know that himself. But it's interesting to find out because
Still don't make me want to buy Call of Duty Elite.
No.
It'd have to be something pretty fantastic for literally to spend that money a month to do a monthly subscription, which I don't really see myself doing, but...
Killer chickens.
It better guarantee me like a boost in like 4 points in my KDR.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'd go with that.
Yeah. JJ, have you created a new account online?
What do you mean?
Have you created another account for a sub-account on PlayStation?
No, I've always had it.
Oh,
but yeah.
No, I forgot most of them.
Yeah, I have a better KDR than you.
Do you?
I have no idea.
I forgot what mine was actually. I haven't been on there in ages.
What on your main? I thought it was 1.2. Something like that, weren't it?
That was a 0.9.
We had 0.3 win-loss ratio as well, I think it was.
Boss. Like a boss.
So obviously your camping in corners waiting for dogs doesn't really work very well.
No. Definitely not. But yeah.
Is that all we have to talk about, I think? Do we? Anybody got anything else that they want to add?
No, kind of burnt out, really. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of drawing a blank for some reason. It's just like, I don't know, hit a red light.
What did you guys think of the free downloadable games when the PS Store came back on?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It only took me a couple of days to download it.
Well, I've completed Infamous. I've played Dead Nation, and I'd rather play Dead Nation in co-op because single player just seems blah.
Blah.
But I downloaded on my other account. I downloaded the other two games or whatever, Wipeout and Little Big Planet.
How's that? How's Wipeout?
And I haven't actually played them.
Oh, okay.
I saw somebody on my list was playing Wipeout today. I forget who it was.
Devious, wasn't it Devious? Super Wipeout
Yeah,
or Wipeout
actually,
HD, something like that.
Yeah, it was Devious. But no, I actually liked it. I mean, Infamous was pretty fun. Even though Swamps told me that I would hate the ending because it was ridiculous hard ending. And it was, and I wasn't playing on the hardest level.
I did say.
God.
I was sending Swamps messages as I was trying to beat the final boss or whatever, saying that I hated the game. But
yeah, it was quite funny.
And I did like the game. I liked playing it. There were some frustrating parts where they just made it like stupidly hard. But
Excuse me.
no, I thought they did a good job with the welcome back, and we downloaded PS Plus, so we'll see what that has to offer.
Do you see yourself buying Infamous 2?
I actually
Infamous
think I do. I think I do.
Probably, actually, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I enjoy playing the first one.
Yeah, even though you never beat it.
Nah, until the point where it just annoyed me, so I put it away, never to play it again. But and of course I got rid of it, and now I've got it again. So, you know, I've had it downloaded, but I just, you know, I've been having so much fun playing this stupid Magic the Gathering rubbish that you know, I don't want to play Infamous.
Do you know, I can't even remember the last time I picked up a bloody PlayStation controller. It's been a while actually.
And now, what is so interesting about that Magic the Gathering game?
Oh, it's so much fun. Nah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
I'm gonna sign off this call now if you guys are gonna start talking about Magic the Gathering.
Are we gonna?
Was it a card game?
It's a card game,
right?
yeah.
Oh, right.
No, it's an Orcs and Dorks game. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I only downloaded it because it was like PS Plus, and I thought, alright, and I'll give it a go and play the game. Me and Pop had a couple of games online. He won one, I won one. Don't know how we both won one. And then played the campaign. Couldn't beat the computer on the first level. Got annoyed, turned it off. Went back to it today. First game, won. Second game, lost by 1 point. Third game, I was hammering the crap out of it, and it kept pulling out. As I said to Pop, it's Jesus cards. Every time I had like, you have to attack it, and I had like 5 attack cards down. Every time my mum moved when I attacked with all 5 cards. It kept pulling out this Jesus card. So every time, all the damage just never went to the person, and it did that 3 times on the trot. And I was getting annoyed. Eventually I beat him, and that's the end of that. So I'll be glad when my PS Plus subscription runs out, and I'll play it again.
Yeah, that doesn't sound interesting at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, that was really exciting, so thanks for telling us that story.
That's alright, you know, in case anybody out there was wondering whether they should get it or not. Not. I tell you, don't get it. Even if it's free, don't get it. Nah.
Did you tap your mana before you made your attack?
Did I what?
Did you tap your mana before you make your attack?
How do you know? See, JJ, pretty good. JJ plays Dungeons and Dragons.
I played Orcs and Dorks when I was a kid, so I got out of it before I downloaded it on my PlayStation.
Yeah. Okay.
But isn't PS Plus, doesn't that get you into the Uncharted beta later this month?
Yeah, 26th.
It's 25th, isn't it? The beta.
Oh, 28th. I'll get my data.
I think. I'm guessing if you, as long as you activated it.
Well, actually, if you buy Infamous 2, you get it quicker. You get the beta quicker.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of guessing that the beta for Infamous 2, like for the Uncharted, will actually start the same time as the PS Plus one.
Yeah,
it normally does, doesn't it?
It's public. It's not like, so sometimes when they do this, they'll let the PSN subscribers have it first.
Yeah.
But I think this is public from the start.
No, it's not. There's a breakdown of it. So if the...
Really?
Yeah.
It's PS Plus.
It's the first.
I thought it was the PS Plus users that got the first. They got the rights to it. And then it was everyone else.
No, I think, I'm not sure if you buy it now or if you pre-ordered, but I think it's if you pre-ordered Infamous 2, you get, access to Uncharted 3 beta faster, like a week before PS Plus. Then PS Plus gets it, and then a week after PS Plus gets it, everybody else gets it.
For a day.
For like a week.
Yeah, that's how it worked with SOCOM. That's how it worked with SOCOM 4. If you pre-ordered Killzone 3, you got the SOCOM 4 beta before PS Plus.
Yeah.
And then they had the closed beta first, and then they kind of opened it up in tiers.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what
Talk about betas. Does anyone know when the beta is supposed to be out for Battlefield 3?
No, not yet.
It's not been officially stated, is it?
Oh, but there's going to be a beta for that?
Well, they said if there was a beta, then everybody who got the Tier 1 edition Medal of Honor would get first dibs on it.
Yeah, that's right.
So
nice.
We're kind of hoping that if there is a beta, because I mean they've done it with Battlefield, they did it with Bad Company 2. They did a kind of like a demo with Bad Company on the PSN store and the Xbox Live store when that was, a few months. It's normally been a couple of months before the release date because obviously they've already got the single player done, and all they do is they do their closed beta and just test the servers and then see what needs tweaking from a general point of view, which is, I mean, if you'd have saw the lists, what they did for the prior, for Bad Company 2, you'd have just been amazed at all the stuff that they changed prior to the release of the game. To address the balances of weapon, stuff like bullet drop, damage on a particular weapon and just, they literally just fixed everything. So yeah, I mean, if anything, the release date's 11th of October, is it? So if I was going to hazard a guess, I'd say around the end of July, maybe August for a beta for it. So you heard it here first.
Yeah.
If it don't work out, you don't hear it. So yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
All right, guys. So I think it's going to wrap it up, right?
Yep.
of course.
So that was episode 3 of Backpacking Scrubs. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Kisses and hugs.
See you later.